Hello and welcome. Name's Derek, and I sell physical media on eBay and make videos about that. This is What Sold Video. All right, turn the music down. What sold video? 14. There's a couple that I got that were, and I'm not going to do a screenshot at the end because there's a handful of them that looked a little note that read happy birthday, YouTube birthday, something like that. So I don't want anyone who would see it to go over and be like, hey, it's my birthday too, and then start harassing other buyers. And so it's 383 for 14 sales. So a handful came in from birthday. I don't know if it was, I would best guess it would be from the one that has the screenshot birthday to this guy. And I didn't do it with that intent. Last year, I kind of alluded to that my birthday was around about, it's sometime in a year, every year, right? So either way, there's something else. Oh yeah, so we went down to my mom's. So if you have never seen the blimp hanger, you can look at the live. Granted, I'm doing about 60 miles an hour. That's 224 east. I'm doing about 60 miles an hour. My wife has the camera, so she's recording that. Yeah, that building where they house the hangar is, or house the blimp, is a large building, and there are plenty of times, just the way it's shaped, there's plenty of times to where inside the hangar, all the way up the top, it has their own little micro clouds, just on all the pressure and temperature and all that. Sometimes it'll rain in the blimp hangar, just by on how all that all works out. So, and then we went to the Village Discount, and then a Goodwill, and then another Goodwill, and went to my mom's. Actually, no, we also went to a place called Dave's, has almost everything. It's like a pallet, a lot of, not really like returns, but it has like, they are returns, but not perishable stuff, but a lot of different foods. And went in there. The retail could have been close to $600, maybe more. And so I was paying cash, so I got a little bit of discount. And I told her it was my birthday, and she gave me a discount for my birthday. So it's probably about $200. She charged me $140 or $160. Thanks. But let's go on. And I just hit play on the CD player, and Brannigan was the one that automatically started. Laura Brannigan, Greatest Hits. Because I gave my the three Laura Brannigans I had, which was Laura Branigan self-title, Laura Branigan 2, and self-control to my stepmom. And that is from me knowing that from what my dad wrote on something that I put on Facebook or YouTube or something, that I used to, or it was YouTube, that used to listen to Laura Branigan a lot when much younger. And I just, then I really didn't remember a whole lot of the bands, the name of the bands and such. All right, so I got to start finding this stuff. There are a few books. I'll be back. Whew, made it back. All right, so we have the Taoist health exercise book. It's one of those. Oh, it's an older one. Is why I got it. Taoist. Whatever my intrigue was, I've had it for a little while. Not too long, but a little while. $20. So if you're new here, I round up or round down. So that book was 1987, so I said $20. If it would have been 1947, I would have said 19. All right. This next one, the anything box. Maybe it's lament. If you know what a lament box is, you pinned it right on the head. But pretty good condition for that. $15. So it was $14.49. I said 15. I wasn't going to correct myself to say 14. So $14.49. How about that? I meet myself halfway. All right, get into the discs. 41. Hank Thompson. Thump, picking, and singing. Hank Thompson. 2 albums, 1 CD. It's kind of the same thing as a 2 CD, except for it's not. That multi stuff. Give those a look. Oh no. The image is not matching. Hold on. This is signed by someone. Although, I don't know. I mean, most likely I have it in here, but I don't recall brain remembering to try to figure out what name that is on there and then typing it up and then figuring out what the name is and then trying to match that up to other signatures of images online to where I could verify if it's more legit or not. That'll go back in there. Because A, the image does not match. There is one right there. That is weird that that's another Hank Thompson. Oh, that's signed too. Maybe it is Hank. It doesn't look like anything near what Hank Thompson would be. But that's kind of strange. On how there'd be 2 of them. So it could be someone, I don't know. All right, I'm just more worried about this one right here. $18. All right, so since this one is signed artwork. I just have signed artwork. That's all I have in there. So I must have done something to know that it's more legit. All right. Complex. 2nd edition. International. $109. Don't remember exactly where. I don't think I've had this one too long. Gene Settle. Setle. Had it before. 2nd edition, complex analysis, the introduction to the theory of analytic functions of one complex variable. Some math that I didn't do so well at. Other people do math better than me and a lot of others. My aunt is an AP math teacher at a small boarding school down the road from here. D6, we sing. We sing. $11. A lot of We Sing can sell and does sell. Not all of it. This is We. Okay, so there's another one that's WEE. And that's not even sing, that's sign. We sign. Transversing letters, right? We sign, playtime. We sing, WEE. Sing, SING, is more like a religious-based kids thing. All right, but that's $11. The Rutles, Rutles, D28. So I was at my mom's house when that sold, and I go, Rutles. Looks at me like, what? I was like, the Rutles. What's the Rutles? It's like, it's a band from your time, Mom. You don't know who the Rutles is? It's the same thing as somebody were to say some other type of pop band now, and I'm like, I don't know. Dirk Nasty Stig Barry. And then there's another name, Melvin Hall. Of the Rodel, Eric Idle from Monty Python portrays Hall, Melvin Hall, plus writes. Is it a movie to mock the Beatles? I suppose. That's probably why she didn't know him. But this DVD in itself, $13. D13, Rendezvous with History. Rendezvous with History. $10. So it's no barcode. I hand typed it. At that point, I had some more time vested in it. I saw that it could sell. I probably didn't pay much for it. Could have been $1. Could have been 50 cents. Who knows? It wasn't $4. I was like, you know what? It stands a chance to sell. I may as well get it. Or it could have been at one of those places where I have to buy 5 DVDs to get all 5 for $1. If not, if you get 4, then you're charged $1 each. So, however I got it, it's still sold. So even if I just got my money back, I got my money back. If not, then I made like $4, $3. Nick Jr. Favorites. D3. Nick Jr. Favorites. 23. I'm going to say 24. Almost got myself again. It's close. It's 23.43, but $23. So I talk about these often, the Nick Jr. favorites. So if you're a media seller, or even if you're not, but if you like DVDs and you have DVDs for yourself from years ago or some for your kids, the Nick Jr. favorites is a constant seller. It's either I already have sold the one that was sealed for like $70, or I still have it. Or if I sold it, I'll put a little screenshot up. But they sell pretty frequently. Most of them, I can't account for the disc, but a lot of them I find with the insert. Having this little insert will give that value. I mean, this could be without insert $15. With the insert, $23 to $30. A lot of DVDs, the insert don't matter. Some of them do. All right, got a retirement CD. Oh. Crouching down, moving around like that. Did a lot of driving past couple days. So yesterday was an hour and a tad more one way. All the little driving, and to eventually the different stops and get to my mom's, an hour and a tad back. And then going to board sort was an hour and a half, and then all the little bit of driving around then. And then rode as a passenger for a little bit, and then hour and a half drive back from Tuesday, and then yesterday. All right, 10th Avenue North. It shouldn't be too far right here. All right, 10th Avenue North. $9. Not one that I would typically buy. 10th Avenue North sealed. I mean, there are a few ones. I forget the other one. Mercy, Hillsong, something, whatever that is. United. Um, Most of their stuff just standalone is like $6, $7, $8. And you grab a sealed one. I don't remember how I got that one either, but it had to been cheap for me to get it for it to, That's why at some points, that's why I won't spend $2. Because if I have the best offer and if it goes down and down, it can get below $7 for something that's listed for $10. Well, no, 10 would be at 8. I do 20%, so just imagine that. And then if I run a bigger sale on my inventory, and then that lower price item, yeah, I would kind of break even, but I don't want to be going. I'll break even on those instances, or maybe make 50 cents instead of almost $2. I don't go out trying to find stuff that's under $15. $15, there's just a whole lot more leeway when you do repricings and stuff, and eventually you're going to be like, all right, well, I did eventually get $9.82 for this that I paid $1 for. Originally bought because they have sold before for $15. Things happen. Not all markets stay exactly the same. That's why I do the inventory management the way that I do. C29. Speaking of, I still have the CDs that I actually have to get the box and go over and go through, make sure what's in here is supposed to be in here and all that stuff. But I still have all the takedowns and self-similars and callings of all my other non-CDs and DVDs. So I didn't do the books. All right. So that could take a little... that's not that many. I think I looked at it one time. It was like 70 books. The actual CDs and the DVDs that I went through were like 220 something listings to do all that type of work with. But the books is only like 70 listings. So essentially 1/3 the time. And some of them may even have, I'm not going to get into the view count now because is what I'll do. I'll go through and I'll look at the view count. Any of those things that have 4 views or more over, no matter how long I've had them, will come down and get repriced then and there. What is left, I will take that down en masse and I'll do some research on the title, the author, what do I have to do to kind of find the listings, the recent solds, and the Terra Peak of that specific item and say, all right, well, I've had it this long. The highest it sold for is there. I'm below that price right there. Now I need to break it down to what have they sold for in the past year? Have I had it for more than a year? If I have, it should have sold within that bracket. Is it higher than what's inside of this bracket? If it's higher than that number right there, then the number that's in the 1 year solds, if the highest one that sold is $40, mine's listed at 48, and the last time they sold at 48 was 3 years ago. I've had the book for 4 years or 3 years, which have you. The market, I was just saying, the market, I get to adjust down here to the market so I can make the money on that item, as opposed to not adjusting and keeping it listed at the price and it collects dust, or taking the book out and completely tossing it. So I'm trying to get that little bit of pocket change from what I can. Try to squeeze what I can out of that. And then there are some items that are just flat out duds. And there's 96 of them in a bin over here. So, anyhow, off topic, but on topic. Having a type of system, no matter whatever you want to dub it, whatever moniker you want to give it, having a type of system so you could... It's up to you. I mean, keeping stuff listed, there's always... If it's not listed, it's never going to sell. But if it never sells because of the price... Or if it never sells because it's just never going to sell, why fucking keep it? Do for resellers wise, do what works for you. And this is, that works for me. And it has for years. And I'm very limited on space. And when I'm trying to explain this, trying to justify myself, I'm losing my concentration. Dive bar, Saints, home free digipack. See, that makes it a lot easier. Digipack. All right, dive bar. $16. Alfred Hitchcock. It's Three Investigators. So I got, I don't know, like 12 or 14 of these Three Investigators at Savers many months ago. Sold a couple pretty quick off the rip. That's the Three Investigators. When you're looking at hardcovers of kids' books, this right here. Most other books are not going to have this, so it's very easy to see. The paperbacks will have a keyhole, like an old keyhole for doors for old houses. Not like a key slot, an old keyhole. But, and this is number 13, Crooked Cat. But some that I got, I think one did sell for a bit over 200, and then a lot of other ones. I'll screenshot what I can. All right. So remember, this one is $29. Italian neorealist, or all damn words. D14. Well, that's the movie anyhow. La Terra Trema. DVD. 18. So I'm going to guess maybe it, let's see here. Italian, English subs. English on the back. And it's black and white. I don't know if it was modern made. The only year I have is 2012. D3. Red vs. Blue. 19. And then Eiffel 65. Blue. Whatever that blue song is. 21. It's called Blue Body. Blue Da Body. Blue, yeah, blue. That one right there. 9.56. So I could have said 10. Gotta be honest. 9.56. So that's 383. And where's that? So the stuff that I got, I didn't really get. I have to really look at this other book. I think it might be a $100 book. It's I forget the person's name now. The author's name is a book of Picasso. It was I want to say Italian, and it was translated to English. That is that first edition. That's 1948 first edition of that. And just some other bread and butter stuff. Oh, and something interesting. So this isn't a source video, but it's just an interesting item. So we are at the Goodwill on Canton Road down in the Springfield area. Find this 3-dog night. Something about framing or framed. Suitable for framing. And you can see the actual number right here. The 525-558X. And it's from, it's GRT compatible. I don't know what GRT is. This is done by Dunhill with ABC Records. This stereo cartridge can also be played on a monaural player. Manufactured in USA, General Recorded Tape Inc., Sunnyvale, California. So it is, this specific release that looks like this, I don't remember, and I'm not going to do a deep delve into it when I'm on Terapeak. But if I'm looking at the sticker, looking at the information that's provided on what's right here, other ones, like this track list down here, is different. This is more like, it's not as dark. Different wording up here. Any of this information is different from everything else. It's a different tape. And some of the other ones that I saw on there were like a blue color, some white, some or whatever colors they were. But this one looks like this. And if that number on there, that 0868 is anything, 0968 is anything, this is somewhat peculiar because it's a tape, it's a shell that I've never seen. I've seen ones like this that are black, and most of them are made in Canada, and they have not slats like this, but they do have micro slats in them. Not much. Or it's just like 2 slats. It's not, what is it, 12? So it's just a peculiar cassette. So if you type in GRT cassette and Terapeak, you can get some pretty expensive results. I did do some generic looking. It could be like a $50 cassette. If someone's after just this specific release, I don't know if it's like a what they would call it, even a promo then, or a store use. This is what the store gets to use. I don't know, but since it's a band that's known, Three Dog Night, band that's sought after. I wouldn't say like exclusively heavy, but there is plenty of Three Dog Night fans. Lady Samantha, dreaming isn't good for you. Ain't that a lot of love? Feeling alright, celebrate. Ellie's coming, easy to be hard. It's for you. A change is coming soon. King Solomon's Mines. Circle 4 landing. Just saying those, none of them ring a bell. I've probably heard a bunch of them. So there's Three Dog Night people who was like, well, that's a whole different cover, and they want it because it's different than all the other ones. There could be some GRT collectors. There could be some collectors of the specific shell itself. So that is where this physical media comes in at. Some collector would be like, oh yeah, there's 100 of the exact shell, and I want it for $500 because I've got all of them but yours. It's those one-off things that will make more money. It's going to take a little more time. Well, if that little time is another 30 minutes wrapped up in something that was otherwise $50 because of the title and the author and the artist or author, well, it was $50, but it's a lot more peculiar than what it looks. Now it's $300. Yeah, I'll spend that 10, 15, 20 minutes delving quite a bit more. Plus, I'm learning. So why not learn to make more money? Makes sense, right? I paid myself $200 to learn for those 20 minutes. Works for me. However that works out. I think you get the point. All right, so this is going to wrap that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. Pay yourself to learn. We'll do that. It's already a long video. Tell me anything going up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. It was all free. It helped me help you, so it can help each other learn about selling physical media on eBay. Appreciate it. Thank you.